Hello everyone, good morning, I hope you're doing well. My name is Waddles and welcome to an update breakdown. This morning on June 24th, 2019, Minecraft 1.14.3 released. 1.14.3 is, of course, the third release of the 1.14 update, and it features bug fixes, improvements, small changes, lots of good stuff, or at least hopefully good stuff. I actually almost missed this update release, so whoops, sorry. In this video, we'll be going over all of those small changes, as well as the brand new Minecraft launcher that just came out as well. If you enjoy the video, like and subscribe. If you enjoy memes, check the description for my Instagram or my Twitter. So what have the Mojang Lords brought to us this time around? Well, small changes. We have some changes to tool repairing, enchanting, some really nice lantern changes, patrol/raid changes, and then some villager changes as well. This version also has a brand new game rule and some performance improvements. Let's start with the tool repairing. So prior to this version, right now, you would have needed to use a grindstone to repair any tools. Well, tool repairing has been reverted to the pre-1.14 method. You can, of course, use the grindstone to repair tools, but you can also use the crafting table or even your crafting grid again in your inventory to repair things. If I'm being honest, I'm not a big fan of this one. I really like the grindstone having an actual use. Enchanting has been reverted to pre-1.14 ways. That means no more crazy god armor sets with like 5 types of protection. You should only get one form of protection each and every time, which is a bummer, but definitely a little bit more fair. Just one form of protection, it seems like. This has happened, which is something that honestly I didn't even realize wasn't a thing. As of 1.14.3, you can now place torches, lanterns, and pressure plates on iron bars. You can also place torches, lanterns, and pressure plates on glass panes. Honestly, I didn't realize you couldn't place torches or pressure plates on these things. I knew you couldn't with lanterns, but I didn't realize it with the other two. The torch fits like perfectly on this too, which is kind of pleasing. Pretty cool looking. And lanterns can now finally, thankfully, be hung from iron bars as well as glass panes. Players could absolutely use this new mechanic to create some interesting light poles around their town, their base, their farm. You can light the world up in many new ways. Now let's talk about the new game rule. The command is game rule disable raids. If you turn this to true, raids will not happen. If the game rule is on false, which is the default, then raids will happen. If you're tired of your trading hall getting constantly raided, then maybe consider turning this one on to true. And there have also been some pretty big changes to another massive 1.14 feature. Patrol changes. Vindicators are no longer a part of patrols, which is probably a good thing. Vindicators are crazy strong, and it's certainly not fun to encounter those early game, so that's not a thing. The minimum time for patrols to spawn has been doubled up to 10 minutes. Patrols will no longer spawn if the light level does not allow mob spawning, which means you could light your whole field up around your base and no patrols should spawn there. And then finally, patrols can now spawn in any biome. Like anything. Plains, mesa, forest, you name it, patrols can spawn there. 1.14.3 brings some villager changes as well. Panicked villagers now have a higher chance of spawning iron golems. Of course, assuming the other conditions are already met, meaning their workstation and their bed. Speaking of workstations and beds, villagers' last slept and last worked property is now properly saved. Finally, and this one is a big one, farmer villagers will always share their food even if they don't have to. So that means I should go take a look at my villager breeder and definitely make sure that thing is still working. Farmers will also now spend more time farming. And finally, last but certainly not least, and very welcomed, is the performance improvements. Now, I have to be honest, I haven't had the time to test and see if the world lag issues are gone, but world loading felt pretty smooth. The big thing that I'm hoping, fingers crossed, is gone is the random world freezing and world lagging stuff, because I'm hoping to fight the Ender Dragon in my survival series, and I would love for my world to not freeze during that fight, so hopefully that is fixed, but I think only time can tell with that one. But in terms of 1.14.3, that is just about it. Today, we did receive a massive launcher overhaul though, and I think it's time to slide over to the launcher to talk about it. So open up your Minecraft launcher and you now have this. Gone is that old launcher that was, no offense, somewhat ugly. I think this launcher is so much more beautiful. Down near the bottom left, you can find your different profiles, so like my Optifine, 1.13.2, and so on. Over here at the top, we can find another way to access our profiles and customize them. The player skin customization, which is, I guess, temporarily gone, and then this thing, which is absolutely amazing, the patch notes tab. I love this. This is laid out so clean and so nice, so if you're coming back to Minecraft or something and you're trying to figure out what the heck a crossbow is, slide over to patch notes and find the crossbow section. This seems to be alphabetical, so that's pretty easy to find what you're looking for. Over here, the news tab and the game. Now, this is the interesting thing. Earlier this year, one of the devs mentioned that the launcher, or the new launcher, will be the home of all of the Minecraft games. So I'm sure as time goes on, we'll see more games just listed down here, and you can choose them if you have them and then play them. And one thing that I would love to see is Minecraft Windows 10 Edition moved into here as well. That would be really nice. So I don't have to have 2 bookmarks on my desktop. That would be nice to have one. I don't know, just small quality of life thing. Account settings over here in the top left, and then some additional settings down here. This is like computer preference-y stuff, so check it out if you want, but that is pretty much the launcher. When you're ready to play, simply hit play, the game will load up, and then you're back to your game as always. Basically, the launcher looks way more aesthetically pleasing. But I think that's just about it for 1.14.3. On the official changelog, there is a mention of 1.14.4 already, which is coming with further fixes, so who knows when that'll be, probably soon though, so keep your eyes out for that. My brand new survival challenge series was meant to start today, but that has been pushed back to later this week. For a real quick summary, it's basically things that you guys tell me to try out in survival, like taking on 10 raids at once. It's pretty fun and you should definitely look out for it, but that is, I think, everything that I have to say today. My name is Waddles. If you liked the video, drop a like and subscribe. Definitely turn those notifications on if you'd like to be kept up to date with what's happening in the community. Like I mentioned, memes and other cool links down in the description. Go have a good day. Thank you very much for watching. Minecraft 1.14.3 forever.